Trump is flying to China on Thursday for the most important summit of the decade. On the table, the Iran war, Hormuz, AI chips, rare earths, Taiwan, and a deal that could reshape the world economy overnight. The May 14-15 summit in Beijing marks the first state visit to China from a U.S. president since Trump's own 2017 trip, when she staged a grand state visit plus with a private Forbidden City dinner and $250 billion in deals. This time, analysts say China holds far more cards. China controls over 70% of global rare earth mining, 90% of their processing, and 93% of magnet manufacturing materials essential to smartphones, fighter jets, and AI hardware. In 2025, when Trump pushed tariffs past 140%, she restricted rare earth flows and Trump backed down. Beijing enters this summit in a stronger position. The Iran war is expected to dominate the meeting. China imports roughly a third of its oil through the Strait of Hormuz, now shut for 73 days. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has already confirmed Iran will be a central topic. Iran's foreign minister visited Beijing just days before the summit, fueling hopes of a breakthrough. Analysts are blunt about the transaction. China will not help Trump reopen the Strait of Hormuz unless Washington gives Beijing something extremely valuable in return. The likely currency? Loosening U.S. restrictions on advanced AI chips, chip-making equipment, and jet turbine technology, exactly what China has been demanding for years. Just days before the summit, the U.S. sanctioned 3 Chinese satellite companies for providing imagery that enabled Iranian missile strikes on U.S. forces in the Middle East. China retaliated by deploying its blocking statute for the first time, ordering Chinese firms to ignore U.S. sanctions on refineries buying Iranian crude. 2 superpowers quietly at war on the margins. Looming over everything is Taiwan, both a potential military flashpoint and the island that manufactures most of the world's most advanced semiconductors. She is determined to bring Taiwan under Beijing's control, with some analysts pointing to 2027 as a target window. Critics fear Trump's desire for a grand personal bargain, which she could undermine U.S. commitments to Taipei. Trump and Xi will discuss artificial intelligence for the first time as heads of state, amid mounting alarm on both sides about the cybersecurity risks of frontier AI models. The White House wants to open a direct channel between the 2 superpowers to avoid accidental AI-triggered conflicts, a sign of how seriously both governments now take the technology. If Trump and Xi can agree to cooperate on reopening the Strait of Hormuz, analysts say oil prices could drop sharply, potentially bringing American gas prices down from $4.45 a gallon. If the summit fails, prolonged economic and geopolitical volatility could cripple global trade and growth for years. The stakes, in one economist's words, touch the very survival of the rules-based order. Day 73 of the Iran war. Thursday, Trump lands in Beijing. Hormuz, AI chips, Taiwan, rare earths, all on the table in 2 days of talks that could change everything. Follow for live updates from the summit.